Alright everybody, in today's Peroxide video, I'm going to be talking about the best support ability. Now, just to get this out the way, like this is purely off of my opinion and my experiences with the game. I do feel like this is the safest choice out of all of the, support abilities if you want to get the most usage out of them. But, if you guys have a, different opinion and you would like to talk about in the comments, go ahead. I love, reading y'all's comments and seeing what you guys think on certain things. But without further ado, let's get started. Now, before I go ahead and tell y'all what I think is the best support, I do want to get some things out the way. None of the healing moves I consider the best. Now, let me explain why I say this. Now, the healing moves, they take a decent amount of Rietsu. It's not that crazy if you're maxed. But, the real thing is, it keeps you in one spot. Now, whether or not it's a, a drop down, like you drop an item on the ground and you sit there and heal in that little bubble or whatever, or you're just standing there and sitting there and healing like, the keto move for Soul Reapers, you're gonna be forced to stay in one position one way or the other. Now, like in PvP, like it's like you cannot stay still in PvP. If you guys have done it before, like you're basically always moving around in PvP. If you're not, you're doing something wrong, so you're not gonna necessarily get the time to heal, especially fighting someone who's max as well. Now for PvP, you might be able to get away with it. Now for invasions, like I don't know, maybe like if you kill an NPC, take a break, but like you have a health pack, so what's the like why? And the NPCs still jump a little. I'm not gonna lie, like they said they fixed it, and they pretty much did, but the NPCs still be wilding just a little bit. But you're not gonna really get the chance, because you guys know these NPCs are gonna get to you one way or the other. They're pretty smart. And as for bosses, you could get away with this, but what's the point if you're gonna have zero or not enough Rietsu to even cast 2 moves in a boss battle? Like, it's pretty useless, in my opinion. Of course, you guys might have some workarounds, and if you do, like, that's honestly amazing. Like, finding a workaround for a move that keeps you still, like, props to you guys for that. But like, just like it's kind of trash to me. But next thing, Blood Vein and Hierro. Now, some of you guys might be a little frustrated why I don't have this as my personal best, but let me tell you why these are kind of trash, at least in my eyes. So first I'm gonna talk about it in a PvP sense. So obviously the ability gives you reduced damage. Now that side of things, like the reduction on the damage, is perfect. Like you get a lot of extra extra durability, and it's good. But what's the point if you're gonna have no Rietsu? Like in PvP, like these insane combos, like I don't know if I'm just playing like some insane players, but like there's no way y'all haven't seen some absolutely wild combo. I tried using Blood Vein and like max Blood Vein as well in a PvP match, and I got put in one combo, and I barely even had a bar left. And I'm max, by the way, not on this account obviously, but on my Quincy account. So it's kind of ridiculous if the whole reason for it is to absorb damage, but what's the point if you can't counter back and use your other skills even at least once? Like it's kind of crazy. But yeah, like I said, good damage reduction, but it's just not the best. And same goes for Hierro too. Now I don't know too much about Hierro. I'm assuming that it's similar to Blood Vein, if not the exact same. But even if it were to, have a little bit of a less Rietsu reduction, I still would not place this in my number 1, because I think, it's just better than these 2 abilities, even though they are, good in specific situations. They aren't the best. Now, the PVE sense, it's pretty simple, similar to what I said about the keto abilities. These NPCs will get you, whether you like it or not, even if it's little damage. Like piece by piece, your Rietsu will, go down and down. Like, and especially if you can't toggle these off necessarily, you might be able to, but yeah, like let's just go with you can't, turn them off. Like the NPCs will keep on attacking you, and even if you try backing you up, the other NPCs are gonna jump in. It's gonna be a big mess. You're gonna lose a lot of Rietsu, and if you're going against a lot of NPCs, you're gonna need your moves. Now as for bosses, it's even worse. If you get hit by the boss, it's most likely by a huge high damaging move. And what happens if you get hit with, any attack while you're using Blood Vein or Hero? You're gonna lose a lot of Rietsu. So what I'm saying, that's pretty simple. Now for what you guys came here for, what is the best ability in Peroxide? Now before I even say my opinion on what the best ability is, like if you're here to debate or give reasonings why my ability that I'm about to say is absolutely trash and why yours is better, at least go here on what I had to say, especially if you skipped to this point. Like just like listen to my negatives and positives about the other abilities, and then I'll actually hear you out, and I might have a change of heart in the comments. But yeah, the best ability in my opinion is Battle Instinct. Now that that might be kind of a crazy statement. It's like, it's common, every race has the option to choose it, and it's very dull. Now it doesn't have the sick effects or the the unique abilities like some of the other support moves, but I do feel like this is the best and the safest option. Now reason I think this is pretty simple: you're gaining more than you're being taken away. Lots of these abilities take away tons of Rietsu, especially if you want to use it enough to make a actual difference in battle. But Battle Instinct, it does the exact opposite. You gain Rietsu for doing good in battle. So like I said, this might not be for everybody. You might absolutely hate that I made this statement. You might agree with me, but I do feel like this is the best. Like if you're using Bonkai, Volt Standing, or Resurrection, you guys know when you use those ultimate moves, like it takes a big amount of your Rietsu, and if you're using moves right after that, like if you're staying constant with the fight, like it's going to it's gonna do you like good. You're gonna get all your Rietsu back. You're gonna be at full offensive capabilities in PvP. Now for PvE, it's even better, like especially if you're fighting a group of NPCs and invasions. Like you just use Battle Instinct if you're running low, especially if you're a lower level and you lose a lot of Rietsu. Like you can just pop a Battle Instinct and you should be fine. Rietsu wise, maybe not health if you're lower level, but at least you'll be good on Rietsu and you'll be able to still fight. Now with PvP again, like like I said, most of these abilities that I was stating earlier, like you have to be in one position in battle, or there's a very big drawback that can hurt you later down the line. Like Battle Instinct, you don't have to stay still, you can keep moving. It's like a mode, to be honest, without the insane buffs. So it's very useful in battle, and that's just my opinion. So let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys have a different favorite, I'd love to hear it. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. Peace.